for me. So when I came to Ghana, I didn't know what to do. I had to figure out things, understand, because I've left the system, so I had to spend some months to adjust into the system a little. But there's something intriguing that happened. So in Korle Gonno, where we lived, when someone comes from the UK, Europe, US, or what have you, people in the community perceive you to be somebody who is rich. They assume that once you
So that's the perception.
That's the perception in the local community there. So I realized that many people were coming to knock on my door and ask me to lend them like 500 cedis, 1,000 cedis, 2,000 cedis. Some they want 500 cedis to pay their children's school fees. They'll give it to me when the month ends.
Okay.
Some come for ask me for 2,000 to pay a medical bill for their sick child or spouse, and they'll give it to me at a particular date. And I was getting many of these requests because they perceive that I have money because I've come from Europe. And I've also learned in the business school that these things, when they come, they are opportunities. Where there are problems, there are opportunities. When you find a problem, you fake it. It's a business opportunity for you. So then I was like, okay, if these people will come to me asking me for 500 cedis, 1,000 cedis, 2,000 cedis at a particular, for them to pay at a particular date, why don't I rather set up a business formally to give them these 500 cedis, 1,000 cedis, 2,000 cedis?
This is interesting because for many it would have been a problem and you would have written them off and sacked them. You saw a business opportunity in there.
I had never worked in any financial institution before. I had no knowledge of running a financial institution. I have no banking experience or what have you. This is how I encountered.
And you were how old? Because you must have been in your 20s, right?
I started my company with 24 years.
24 years?
Yes.
You're a visionary.
Yes. So 24 years, I was like, okay, if this is what these people in my community are coming to us, then let me register a business where the business was called Quick Credit. So I set up Quick Credit. And okay, come now formally. I announced to all of them that if you need money, come and let me give you. But guess what? I didn't have money anyway.
I was going to ask you, where did you get the funds from then?
I didn't have money anyway. I was having very little money then. It's about $1,000. And so what I did was that there was a small shop in front of my grandfather's house where we all lived. You know, with my mom and my aunties and uncles and like. So I asked my mother to give me access to a small space there. That is where I started.
In that shop?
In that shop. Where I
so you didn't have a formal office?
No, I didn't.
It was just a tabletop business when you started?
Tabletop business. And
you're kidding me?
That's where I started, yeah. Well, the office is just the size of where we are sitting, right here. Just a small place here. And that's where we started. So it was just about two of us who started the business. And